guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Let's Get Tasty. My name's Gus, and today we're going to start very simple. I'm going to make my favorite sauce, which is a creamy mushroom sauce. So let's get in the kitchen and let's get cooking. Alright guys, so to start, we're getting the pot nice and hot, okay, then come over here and we'll add extra virgin olive oil. This is Cobram Estate. This is the classic flavor. This is my personal favorite. And be generous with the oil, don't be shy. This adds a lot of flavor. Okay, once the oil's in, then we've got our knob of butter. That goes in with it. So now as you see, the butter and the oil are starting to mix nicely. That's what you want to hear, and you want to see that beautiful bubble. And once you reach this stage, you turn down the heat to low. We add our onions. Alright, now at this stage, the onion's been cooking for 3 to 4 minutes. I've turned the heat up just a little bit, and this is where we add our shallots. These guys here really transform meals. I love using them. You can use white onion and just white onion. You can use a red onion and just red onion, but I like to mix the white with the shallots just because it gives it a sweetness and it just tastes that much better. Personal favorite of mine. Again, this is how I make them. There's no real strict one way of making the mushroom sauce, but this is how I love to cook it and I enjoy it the most. At this stage, I like to add a little bit of pepper. Like that. A little bit of salt. Okay. And then we throw in some garlic. About a tablespoon or just over will be fine. Mix all that together. This already smells incredible. And there's only a handful of ingredients. Now garlic cooks pretty quickly, so you want to turn the heat back down to low. I just had it on just above medium. And let those flavors have a party and get tasty. So we'll leave this to cook for another 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so as you can see now, the shallots, the onion, the olive oil, the butter, the salt, the pepper has all now been cooking. It's now become translucent, which is exactly what you want. And this is where you add the mushrooms. Now remember guys, with mushrooms, alright, they hold a lot of moisture, okay? So these guys right now, they're gonna go in and it's gonna look dry to begin with, but then as soon as they start to sweat, there's gonna be a fair bit of liquid. Alright, and what you need to do and what you need to remember is when cooking mushrooms is that you have to let them sweat And then when the moisture's out, let it evaporate, because that'll unlock the full flavor of the mushroom and give you the flavor for the mushroom lovers that you're looking for. Okay, so we keep giving that a stir. Turn the heat down to about just under medium. Alright, and we're going to let these guys cook. Alright, and let's have a look at our mushrooms. So if you have a look, guys, see all the moisture? Before it was really dry, and now they've started to sweat. And see, at this point, you could add your wine, you could add your stock or your broth, whatever you're using, but the mushrooms haven't actually finished cooking. Alright, so keep stirring until all that liquid evaporates, and that's when you unlock the full flavor of the mushrooms. Man, this smells amazing already, and it's like halfway through. Alrighty. So as you can see, all that moisture has evaporated. This now means that the mushrooms are cooked. Alright, and it's time to add in the wine, but more importantly, for all the kings out there that do all the cooking in the kitchen, it's very important to have a beer. Cheers, lads. Ooh. If you can tell, even though the stubby holder is covering what can that is, put it in the comments and I'll know who you are. Righty, now we've got 1 cup of red wine. When it comes to wine, guys, like everything in life, if you spend a little more because it's finer, it's going to taste better. Simple as that. Beautiful. So now the wine needs to reduce, so that's going to swim with the mushrooms. Everyone in there is going to make love and get real tasty. Alright, at this point you turn the heat up. That's going to start to bubble and cook and blend in together nicely. Oh, that smells amazing. Okay, so we're going to give the wine a little bit of time to cook. Alright, I usually give it 6 to 8 minutes. You'll be able to see, and I'll show you anyway what it looks like as it's already cooked and reduced. So we'll leave that to do its thing. Alrighty. Yeah, perfect. That's what you want to see. So as you can see, the consistency isn't as runny anymore. So that means that the mushroom has now absorbed the wine. It's all cooked evenly. Oh man, this smells amazing. Okay, and now it's time for the stock. So I have 300 mils boiling water. Okay. Again, you can use stock from the shops. You can make it yourself quickly with a couple of cubes, or if you have broth, that's probably my highest recommendation, because broth is the best by far. But again, this is how I make it. When I've got broth, I use broth. When I don't, and I'm being lazy, I go to the shops and just get a Campbell's beef stock, or I buy the little cubes that you just dissolve in boiling water. So now, as you can see, that's now become, it's got a watery consistency again. Now this needs to cook as well. Okay. Get all the flavor that's stuck on the walls. Because again, that has flavor, guys. This stuff here, I like to just wash it off the wall. Okay, so now this is going to cook on low heat for about 10 minutes. Okay, and then the last part is adding our cooking cream. Alrighty. Look at that, that looks beautiful. Perfect consistency. It's thickened up a little bit. Everything, all the flavors have mixed in well together. It's reduced a little bit. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, now my favorite part to make this what it is. Creamy mushroom sauce. So I use the Bulla Green Label Cooking Thickened Cream. You don't want to add it all at once, alright, because you're going to take away heat. Add a portion, stir it in. Automatically you'll see that color change into that beautiful creaminess. Now this comes down to perfect personal preference. Okay, you can add as much or as little as you want. Okay, I love my mushroom sauce very creamy, so I add it in small portions, bit by bit. Okay, at this consistency that it is now, and this amount of cream that has gone into it is plenty. It's more than enough. All right, but I like to add a little bit more. So once I've stirred that in, you can see it's gone a little bit lighter in color. Okay, add a little bit more. Just like that. That's probably about half of that container now. And these little Bulla are 300 mils. So right now we've added in about 150 mils of cream. And again, as you see, it starts to lighten up even more. This color right here is beautiful. So at this point, where you would taste it and see if it needs. So I'm just going to grab a spoon. Oh, that doesn't need any more seasoning. Okay, so at this stage now, this is where you can either put it like right down on simmer, the lowest heat possible. You can move it to the side. You can let it cool down. You can put it in a container. You can freeze some. You can put it straight onto your meal, like on a nice steak or like your hot chippies or something like that. I'm going to let this cook for a little bit longer on the lowest heat, and then I'm going to put it aside because I've got other things to make, but that'll be in another video, so stay tuned for that. So in the meantime, this is going to cook. Okay, it's probably got 5 more minutes, and then once that happens, you will see it transform to this beautiful creamy mushroom sauce that tastes absolutely amazing, guys. Seriously, it's an all-rounder. All right, for my mushroom lovers out there, this is honestly, your mouth's gonna water. This is so good. Very, very beautiful creamy mushroom sauce. All the flavors have cooked and combined perfectly. That doesn't need anything else. It's got enough of everything that it needs. It's on the lowest heat now. And the very last thing, guys, as a garnish, chopped parsley. You can put as much or as little as you want, just to give it a bit of contrast. Adds to the flavor as well. Parsley is beautiful. Okay. Give that a nice gentle stir. Mix it through. Look at that, mate. And that, guys, is your creamy mushroom sauce, complete from start to finish. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make it, guys. Absolutely beautiful. My personal favorite. That's my step-by-step guide of exactly how I like to make it. So if you like this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the section below. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.